Hey everybody, excuse me. Welcome to my new Let's Play channel, Forever Retro 82. 82 is my birth date, so, and Forever Retro because I just love everything retro and I wish it could last forever, but not everything does. So we'll just live with the whole delusion that we can have what we want to last forever. Anyways, I've mentioned this game many times before. Excuse me. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and let alone one of my top 10 favorite Nintendo games of all time. And with that being said, I'm going to do a playthrough of it from beginning to end. There is one part I am going to cut off, and it is when I get to a certain part of the game, and I'll show you, of course, where I go to basically grind, because this is a game where you have to grind to gain levels, kind of like Zelda 2, but in a much better way, in my opinion. You can actually, when you gain a level in this game, you don't have to deal with how picking a certain attribute to be taken up a notch, which is nice. So, excuse me. So, anyways, this is based off an arcade game. And the arcade game is, well, a hella different than this, and, you know, much NES game conversions from the time period were different. And in that case, you know, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of companies would make NES conversions of their arcade ports, and they would either make them entirely different or try to emulate the experience on the 8-bit hardware, which was not an easy feat, since most games in the arcade during this time period were that of 16-bit games, or games like the Sega Genesis that were on the Sega Genesis, Neo Geo, and even Amiga and Atari ST. You know, graphics and sound, and etc., etc. So, anyways, before we begin on the NES version of Rygar, let me just give you a little bit of history on the games that came before it. Okay, so here is the arcade version, as I explained before. There's my stupid mouse cursor. Hi, everybody. Okay. This was made by Tecmo in 1986, the year prior, and I guess it was popular enough in the arcade to warrant a home release of sorts. So, basically, you get some bullshit story about creation, and then it gets destroyed by the enemy, and you know what? The plot in this game does not matter at all. But you have simple attacks. You know, you left, right. You can do a half circle attack. The weapon he uses is called a disc armor, and the disc armor is basically kind of like a like a shield and a yo-yo, a shielded yo-yo, I like to call it. And as you can see, it's just your simple, you know, side-scroll arcade game. You know, you gotta have really good skills to play through this game, though, because when you get to level 22, you can't use continues anymore. Your game is automatically over. Yeah. Another game that does that pissed me off as a kid was Shinobi. I don't know if any of you have ever played that game through its entirety, but yeah, I still haven't, because I refuse to use save states. Well, as you can see, it's simple, basic arcade fun. It's nothing epic, just simple Greek mythology. And I don't know how much more homoerotic you can get other than this statue. It's an interesting concept. I mean, he's whatever. You know what? I'm thinking too much highly into that. But yeah, this is the arcade version. You know, you just hit stuff and progress and get power-ups. This is the extender is my favorite power-up, as you can see right here. I could probably play. I mean, I enjoy this game. It's not very popular, but in my opinion, it's pretty dope because you can, you know, jump on enemies and there's a lot of them, and it tests both your skill and your ingenuity in how you approach the enemy. I mean, you can hop on their heads and just hit them off the screen and continue on from there. My only complaint is the music. It's god-awful. Let me see if I can turn this up so you can just hear how annoying this music is. Here we go. You ready? Okay, we can do without that. Seriously, it's like the same 6 frames over and over again. And we're dead. It's okay, I wasn't trying, I was just showing you the game. So that's Rygar in the arcade. That's its humble beginnings. I hate arcade games that say the end, and it thanks you for playing the games. Why don't we get that anymore? You know, I've noticed that games of the past would thank you for playing the game, and that was dope. Anyways, that's Rygar for the arcade. Now this next version may surprise you. It was actually made on the Master System. Well, matter of fact, it was made on the Atari Lynx as well. But that version it's the same as the arcade. But the Sega Master System is based off the arcade as well, but it's unique too. It uses different level designs. And let's show that off real quick. It was made for the Mark III in Japan, and it was known as Argus. Oh, shoot. Argus no Jujaiken. And I don't know Japanese, and I can't. I know the Famicom version was called Argus no Senshi. So I don't know what Jujaiken means. If you want to translate that for people in the comment section, I'm pretty sure they will appreciate that. But let's get this version underway so I can show it off. I think it's pretty neat, to be honest with you. It's a really neat. Let's see, let's remove that window and let's add in this one. There we go. Okay, now let's get full screen so you guys get the full effect. There we go. Okay, let's unpause it. Hope you like PSG. Let me turn it down so you can hear me a bit instead. There we go. Okay, so basically this is unique because it uses a different... It has different... I mean, the enemies are the same, obviously, but there's like unique, different, like stage designs, and you have the same music. Unfortunately, throughout the whole damn game, I've beaten this, and maybe one day I can do a playthrough of this one. You know, since it is Rygar, and I love Rygar. It's a shame this was never released in the Americas, because I think it would have been a fantastic port of the arcade game on a home system other than the Lynx, because while I respect the Lynx for what it is, it wasn't a popular platform. Yeah, see how there's just different rooms instead of just lifting a statue to lead a room of homosexual eroticness for y'all? I mean, seriously, that statue could be in one of those Cho Anarchy games. Get different icons and everything. I don't know what those icons are, so I mean, if you're looking for that much, all the knowledge in that kind of, if you're looking for knowledge in those, I'm sorry, I don't have any for you. Because I was not the biggest fan of the arcade version. And even if I had the manual, I couldn't read the damn thing. But as you can see, it's pretty cool. You know, it's very playable. You just have that annoying music, but it plays like the arcade version, and it's a lot easier, as you can see. Of course, I just died because my attention is diverted elsewhere, which happens to most of us when we're predisposed to doing other things. Anyways, you get the point. So that is Argus no Senshi, or I'm sorry, no, Argus no. Why have they changed the name? It's Jujaiken. Anyways, okay, so now we can go. Now we can just start the main event. So this is Rygar on the NES, and it's a side-scroll action platformer with RPG elements. You gain levels, and to me, it's a great game. It's got a lot of great music in it. pretty much the same aspect of what happened when Ninja Gaiden was ported to the home systems. They ported the arcade beat 'em up, that lame, boring aspect game onto the Lynx, and then they made a better version of the NES because the Strong team created the arcade one, while the team we know as Team Ninja made the NES port. So with that all said, let's go ahead and cut the bullshit and play Rygar. And let me change some volumes up for us. There we go. So as you can see, the enemies are pretty much the same as the arcade game. There are certain differences later on. And if I die, it's because I'm using the worst controller I think in existence of mankind, and that's the Xbox 360 controller. I don't see why gamers like this damn thing so much. It's uncomfortable, it's very unresponsive, and it has one of the worst D-pads I've used in my life. I'd rather use my N64 controller, and I may actually start doing that, because my PS2 controller is no longer working correctly, and something's wrong with the D-pad. But I really like the handsome graphics in this game. I mean, the scenery is just so nice. You got the mountains, and you know, it just looks good. You know, it looks good to the eye. I'm taking the other route. These doors have these gods in them, and they give you hints. Like, we go in here, let's see what he says. In the Grand Mountain lies the entrance of Garlos, which is, well, basically a palace that you gotta go through later in the game, which I will show you once I get there. The one thing I never understood, though, is how the EXP system in this game works. I'll show you what I mean. You press the pause button, you see how it says tone and last, right? What the hell does any of those mean? I don't even think they even explain them in the instruction booklet. But if you basically keep attacking enemies, you hear this doo-doo-doo sound, and that will indicate you've gained a level. Oh, these stars, they give you power-ups. Like, you see how I'm right there under potential, it says power up, attack, and assail, and recover? Well, power up gives you an extended disc armor, like in the arcade. Attack and assail will attack all enemies on stage, including bosses. And recovery, well, or recover will, of course, recover your health points. Now, each of them costs a damn good amount of those star tablets. Power up takes 3, which I'm going to use. See, it disappears. Attack and assail use 5. Attack and assail uses 5, I believe, 5 or 6, and recover takes 8. Yeah, so you know, I always try my hardest to save them, the tablets, the powers, so I can recover my guy as soon as he's about to die. Good old Rygar. Now, as you can see, the disc armor has been extended. Now, this is one of those games you have to explore to understand where you need to go. Now, if you had that heals you, obviously, 1 point. But if you had the manual, it would actually tell you, like give you a little bit of a map, which was nice because a lot of games at that time were like, fuck you, make your own map, you piece of shit. And it's like, well, goddamn, make my life harder. When I play a game, I don't want to make a map. I want to just play the game from beginning to end, if I may do that. And in a lot of games of this time period, you could not do that. Unless you had a damn good memorization in your brain, where you can memorize anything without too much of an issue. Okay, anyways, the first place we need to go is down here. This begins the overhead section of the game. And this door right over here. Voila. This is the overhead, and you can jump in 8 directions. You know, all the enemies look different. Okay, I don't want to dick around here, because I don't want to... The first thing we need to do, though, is get the... whatchamacallit, the grappling hook. Now, it's been about 2 years since I've played this game, but I pretty much know where everything is. But if I get a little rusty, I apologize. You know, I'm 35 years old, and yeah, my brain is not as clean cut as it used to be. Yeah, I think that's where we get the grappling hook. And door entering sucks in this game. Sometimes you gotta like walk around the entrance. Yeah, see, here's a grappling hook. Now notice this music. Let me turn up a little bit for you guys. Sounds like something similar, doesn't it? AVGN fans should know what I'm talking about. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's intro music as well. I forgot what the piece of music is called. Anyways, let's turn this down some. There we go. Okay. Now we can continue on our... well, the place where we grind a shit ton. And which I will go ahead and cut the footage and do that. Rygar's running animation when he's running down is funny. It's like he has a pair of tits and he's trying to show them off as he's running. Don't ask. I don't even know. And these little areas right here are annoying to me because, okay, you see the string and you think, hey, maybe I can grapple that and go across. Oh, you can, just not right away. And the item you use for that is completely annoying. It's called the pulley, and it's one of the most annoying weapons in the game. And I'll definitely show you why. Okay, and just for the record, that's where you're supposed to go, right there. But I'm gonna go do a grind session. Okay, that's not where that. Okay, there's a place around here that will heal you. Because before I go grinding, yeah, here we go. It's basically an indoor god saying like, hey, stay a while, gain your rest and regain your strength. Yeah, too bad that doesn't happen in real life, where you can just walk up into some dude's house and be like, yeah, man, sit, kick your feet back, I'll get you a beer. It's like, yeah, thanks, asshole. Yeah, too bad, like I said, too bad it doesn't happen in real life. Okay, this place... oh, shit. This is the place you want to go. This is known as Lapis. You come here later in the game, and you will see that. But... it's called the... I'm about to get a game over. Anyways, this is your grinding spot. Well, where you need to be where you want to grind. I'll show you that. Damn it. You expect to see that. Now, you would think you see the title screen. Oh, shit, I'm fucked. No, you got infinite continues. Just press start. And see, now I don't have my power up anymore. Getting some input lag here. Maybe one day I can get a way to capture my actual NES, because, trust me, I'm not really this bad when I play the game on my NES. I'm using... oh, god damn it. Boing, boing! The trampoline. Good god, this sucks. All enemies have random patterns, so... you know, sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't. This is the worst place you want to be at this part of... with this low of a level. But trust me, if you can get past this stupid part... with these damn birds and their stupid eggs, you know, you'll be able to gain a shit ton of levels in a short amount of time. Here we go. This is Lapis right here. I'll basically show you where you need to be to gain levels. Enemies See how it went beep beep beep? And one of my things went up. I just went up a level. Now. Okay, I think... Is it up here? No. Okay, I need to go further. Ugh. So, like I said, I'm a little rusty, and I apologize for that. Almost sounds like... You know, it just occurred to me. When you hit the enemies in this game... remember those punching balloons we had as kids? Alright, here's where we want to be. You want to basically kill these sons of bitches, because they give off tons of EXP. Basically, you want to kill him off, go down, go left, and you want to kill the birds. If you get braver as you gain levels, you can go ahead and go a little further. You have to have the grappling hook to be here, though, because as you can see, I go up and attack the robot each and every time. Or you can do this. Do it this way. Go in this room, tell him to fuck off, and well, not exactly like God, that fucking sucked ass. But anyways, you start here, which is nice. I just want to show you what I like to do before cutting the footage off. Until I gained another level. Basically, you can gain up to 12 levels. And it does take a while, especially when you start gaining the levels. Okay, so... fuck off. Okay, now. And about 3 or 4 times, jump. Or mash your attack button. And basically, you want to keep doing this until you reach full level. So I'm going to cut the footage, and I will be back once I'm full level. So we'll see you then. Okay, you know what? I lied. Okay, I lied. I was getting bored of hitting the same enemies over and over again, but the level I have Rygar on currently should suffice us to get to the end of the game, and by the time I get there, I'll be full level. So I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go ahead and start beating some areas and getting items we need to progress through this wonderful and fantastic game. I know there could be some people out there that just don't like this game, and I don't see why. It's good. I mean, I actually prefer this over the first Legend of Zelda. I don't like the first Legend of Zelda, and I explained that many a time, and some people just don't understand why. It's boring. It feels drab, it's empty, it's garbage. I mean, when I was a kid, I played Zelda 2 first, and I liked that a hell of a lot better than the first game. But I like Rygar better than Zelda 2 in some regards. But Zelda 2 I've played so many times that, you know, it's at a point where I just don't really care to play it anymore because I've played the hell out of it. I mean, I've beaten it more times than my age. I mean, and you know, I'm 35 now, so I'm just gonna get healed up before I go to the first area. Now you may ask yourself, well, how do you know where to go? Well, like I mentioned earlier in this video, if you look at the map and the instruction booklet, and there's some scans of the map on the internet that you can find, and it tells you pretty much where you need to go. And this is our first area that we need to be. You'll notice a lot of the music in the game does repeat. Because, I mean, it's an NES cartridge. What do you want? They didn't have much memory to work with. Like, what, 256 kilobytes, maybe? Maybe 512? The thing I really love about the... That was the wrong place to do that in. One thing I really love about the NES was all the expansions and things they used. It's like they experimented with it. It made the system, you know, just more and more badass. You know, and by the end of its life, you know, there was no more of that awesome experimentation. which I can understand. I mean, progression can be good. I mean, I can't say that lately. I mean, I have no, and I mean no, interest in any of the new consoles. I mean, I'm just gonna work on the PCs now, because why pay for something? Why pay for something that looks worse than something I can own for almost the same price point? You know, that's how I look at it. But, you know, everyone's got their, whatever, their kicks, their kinks. I mean, my computer's not the best thing in the market, but it does its job. So, where did I first play this game? I mean, most people would just buy this game at a store or something like that. Well, I played this at my cousin's house. They had an NES, and the first games I played on their console was this and Karnov. And I will admit, when I was a kid, I bloody hated Karnov. I couldn't stand it. Because it was just too hard. But, you know, once I finally got that game on my own, when I bought it, obviously, I, you know, played through it and, you know, learned its kinks. And I was able to win. And I did. Now, here's a cool thing with old Nintendo games. If you go to the left of the enemy, as you just saw right there, enemy disappears. And you can just progress. I love that about it. You know, because of the memory limitations. They can't hold as much data or information on the screen at once. So, they had no choice but to just go away. I mean, they got better as, you know, as they made mappers and memory expansions and things of that nature as time went on. But it really does help. And it's not perfect. There are times where the enemy will disappear and then all of a sudden there'll be like 3 projectiles, and it's like, really? Let's see if I can... Ah, it didn't happen. Oh well. When I was a kid, this used to be my grind spot, because these guys just spawn endlessly. But they don't give out that much experience, so it's just like, meh, no. Yeah, I really enjoyed this kid a lot. This game a lot as a kid, and I enjoy it now. It's an awesome game. I mean, there's not much I can say that I haven't already said. Alright, first boss. This is pretty funny. Watch how fast I beat this sumbitch. Yep. That's it. Now we get the... Oh, the Jesus Christ. The most awful item in the fucking game is the goddamn pulley. I fucking hate this thing, and you'll see why. Let's go refill my health. And then we'll go on to the second part of the game, which is a part I really like, which is the music. And hopefully you'll agree. I think the name of the song or the place is Cave of Salgia or Salgila. I don't. I mean, it's translated weird in many places. Okay, this is the pulley. You gotta just aim yourself just right until you hear a click sound. Now, don't go to the edge. You will do what is called the sit-down death. It's where you sit down and die. We're gonna try not to do that. Come on, click, you son of a bitch. See what I mean? It happens because you have to do it in order to get it across. You can't be serious. Come on. Alright, screw it. We'll just find the other one. I think there's a... Yeah, here's one. You hear that? See how long that took? Bloody bullshit. I fucking hate the pulley, man. I don't understand. I don't understand why it is so hard to use in this game. It's stupid. I mean, I just wish I could just jump across the chasm. That doesn't work either. I think yeah, I gotta use that. Fucking A, I gotta use this one, okay. Like I said, my brain's a little rusty. Come on. Seriously, you gotta play this game to understand this. This is probably the only downfall of this game. Oh, I don't want the sit-down death. Come on, don't... Fuck hell. Oh, I had it. There we go. Well, you gotta be careful. If you hit that, I mean... There's... Look up the sit-down death in Rygar, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I might accidentally trigger it, because sometimes I do, because it's so touchy. It's basically, he sits down, and then you hear... To me, it's a funny game over theme, by the way. Okay, here is basically area, or level 2. And you have the same goofy music. It's my least favorite tune in the game. But I take that back. There's another area in the game that says far more worse. I'm just taking damage because these things are nearly impossible to dodge, at least in my opinion. I mean, if you're a master at it, good. If you want a cookie, give me some shit and I'll bake you some. Now see, in the 2D portion, or the side-scroll portion, totally works fine. It's the overhead section, it's a complete bunch of shit. Let me see something. Oh, I got 3. Okay. That's the beautiful NES slowdown. More than 3 objects on screen and basically the processor has a heart attack or a slow brain moment. Alright, here's my favorite tune in the game right here. I'm purposely being quiet if you haven't noticed. I love this tune. Oh yeah, wrong way, gotta go this way. It's like if I had could play drums or guitar or something, I'd remix the shit out of this song and it'd just be awesome. Oops. Gotta go further left. I mean, there are remixes of the song, but they're like broken in sound. Like there's this one that it goes off in the beat, like and it just kills the whole song. Needless to say, and it pisses me off because it's such an awesome song, and it's like, come on, people, you gotta know how to remix shit. All right, you gotta go. Die. Some people gonna die. What the hell? I didn't go the right way, did I? Oh, fuck off. Alright, I completely forgot. This is a waste of time. Okay. I'm probably gonna die. Yep. And he's just like sleeping. I'm tired. You don't even have to go down there. Oh, come the fuck on. Never said I was a master at gaming, guys. Just because I beat a game a trillion, million, zillion times doesn't mean I'm gonna ever master it. I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna die a lot. I mean, there's There's some people on here that, on the site, that are just kick-ass at video games, and I envy their skill. Because they master the all-shitty Xbox 360 controller. That thing is such garbage. Can't believe people praise the piss out of it. It's shit! I don't like the buttons, the dual buttons. I don't like them. I don't like the D-pad is unresponsive. The analog is a bootleg GameCube without the grips on it. This is my opinion, though. Take it as you will. I hate this theme. It sounds like something you'd hear in a Superman movie. Put on her a cape and go flying. Go save that cunt Lois Lane for the billionth time because she's a worthless piece of shit. And this is where we go down and shit gets real. Well, it doesn't get real, but we're almost the boss. The levels in this game are not very long. And if you have arachnophobia, you may not want to watch this boss fight. Unless you already seen my old video. To be honest, it's not all that scary, but I don't know, some people are very touchy when it comes to arachnophobia. Like, just the sight of any kind of spider, be it fake or real, they're like, holy shit! I'm trying to get more stars so I can heal my guy. Damn, I'm getting, like, raped in every sense of the word. Nope. Need about one or two more. Damn! This is where we go down, and yeah, it's almost over. This level is, anyway. Sorry, I'm just timing my jumps and trying to concentrate a little bit. Well, we're just about there, though. Yeah, but, you know, if I were to make a review of this game, I mean, it looks great, it plays great, it's a little cheap in spots, but that's just... There we go. But it's very easy to pick up and play, and exploring's not all that bad. It's not as cryptic as Zelda 1 was. You know, I got a friend that says Zelda 2 is cryptic, which is a whole load of shit. I think all of you can agree with that. Zelda 2 pretty much told you where to go. Like, oh, oh, here we go, the spider. Done. I'm serious, they're that easy. Now we use a crossbow, which leads us to... Now this part you gotta be careful, because you gotta go down a little bit. There we go. Okay, no sit down death. There we go. Anyways, what I was gonna say, is, in Zelda 2, Omen goes, oh, a thief to the north took my trophy, or some shit like that. And it's like, okay, you go to the north and, you beat the thief, which is a Goria, or Gornia, and you get the trophy and give it to the bitch, and she's like, hey, thanks! That's cryptic? No. There are some cryptic spots in it, don't get me wrong, there is. Like, how the bloody hell do you get the Master Key? How do you know you gotta use something called, a spell called Spell, and use it at the end of the town that's hidden behind woods? See, I didn't know that until a friend told me. I would have never beaten that game, if it was for that. Okay. This is the worst music, because it just loops over and over again. In fact, I'm gonna shut the fuck up so you can listen to it. Sick of it yet? I don't know. I think they were just trying to save time. Or time, space, and... Or they were just fucking lazy. But it's the only, like, level other than the final part of the game that is overhead. Well, and of course the HUD, as I call it, where all the levels are that I've been transversing from time to time. This is pretty much the halfway point of the game now. We're almost done. It's short, but sweet. Oh god, this music though. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, E. Sorry, I just, you know, you sometimes, when a music in a video game is so bad, you have to find, I don't know, your own song. Those trees can go fuck off a fire somewhere. Enjoying this music yet? Seriously, if you want, I mean, if you honestly, I mean, anything would be better at this point in terms of soundtracks. Are there any soundtracks you guys listen to in a video game that are just so god-awful that you just simply have to listen to your own? I mean, I usually love to listen to the music in video games, but some video game soundtracks, especially modern-day ones, are so bad that I have to listen to something else. It's not a question of, you know, if I want to or should I, it's I have to. Like, I would play something now to block out this sound, but unfortunately, I don't feel like dicking with settings. I just want to, you know, play this game and show it to its entirety. This music sucks my little 2-inch dick. This sucks my 2-inch dick. And this yeah, so you make up your own music. Damn enemies and their bullshit patterns. Now normally, during a part like this, I would just simply just keep attacking the enemies and collect stars and all that, like I just got there. But no, I'm gonna see if I can do it without being a bitch about it, and because this boss is actually really easy. Because I'll just show you. It's better if I just show you than explaining it. Because as you guys know, I'm really bad at explaining things. Okay, hopefully I don't die, but... just jump side to side and keep attacking. Game over. That's it! This is supposed to better your protection, and I guess it does to an extent. But... whatever. You know, I'm dumb. Well, you guys do this already, but I didn't explain the story to this Rygar. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the story of this Rygar is basically the kingdom of Argul is in peril, and there's a lot of shit going down. And I guess, you know, I don't remember. I think Rygar is actually a dead warrior that's risen from the grave. You know, kind of like in the style of whatchamacallit. See if I can do this. Oh, look at that! I actually did it without too much of an issue. Yay! In the style of Altered Beast, where rise from your grave, you know, that shit. So, anyways, peace and harmony is all going through Argul and everything, right? And all of a sudden, the protagonist, Rygar, is... yeah, Rygar, you know, Rygar or Lygar, whatever. And he's pissed and doesn't want this to be a thing, so what he does to stop it is, well, first of all, the people of Rygar will make something called the Door of Peace. And basically, Rygar closes the Door of Peace and all hell breaks loose. That's the gist of it. And basically, you want to reopen the Door of Peace. I know, pretty stupid, huh? I mean, if you want a game with story, this isn't it. I'm getting my... If you can probably tell, I'm going to go get my health refilled. But believe it or not, we gotta leave the HUD now and go to a totally different place. We gotta go to Grand Mountain. Remember how the old dude said we need to go on Grand Mountain to read Grazola or whatever it was called? Granzor. If this tells you how much I really give two shits about the name of certain places in the game. Granzort? I don't know what the fuck. Jesus. Just some place you gotta go. There we go. It still sucks, even though I'm making it work. It still sucks. You gotta play this game to understand how bad that particular thing is. And I mean that. It's really that bad. But if anything is bad about the game, it's that. And, well, that's it. So I decided to do something new when it comes to retro games and things of that nature. Since sellers like to sell, basically, they want everything you make, including your soul and, you know, the shit in your stool and everything for the prices of retro games. I decided to go the way of repros because I noticed they're a lot cheaper for starters. Like, I just got Secret of Mana 2 for the SNES, translated, mind you, for $15. And a week before then, I bought a Terra Enigma English translated NTSC version for $23, I think. I don't exactly remember the price, but yeah. And I'm like, wow, I can just get these repros and get all the games I enjoy without having to deal with the stupid prices of the originals, because trust me, I just want to play the games. I don't give two shits. You know, it's like, oh, it's not authentic. Who bloody cares? Unless you're one of those stupid collectors that likes to sit there and just collect shit just to look at it. It's stupid. Okay, this is basically a boss rush place. You basically fight bosses that are either similar, or they're like similar to the bosses you face. Like the one I just fought is like the bear turtle boss I fought in the first area. Now I gotta face a bunch of those here. You see something? Okay, I'll save that for later. Well, we still gotta go Lapis. I just forgot about that. Oh, that's after here. We gotta go Lapis, and then we go... See, now this is pretty much a spider boss, except it's something completely different. And I hate how random this thing moves, but... he's done. And here's the boss. Which is pretty much Lapis is the exact same sprite. The only difference is, it's like a pile of shit with two flowers as heads. It's stupid. There, we're done. And look at that, we're almost full level. Play this instrument? Yeah, I could do that. But I want to get the coat of arms, I think it's called. Oh, yeah, nice glitch. They didn't really play test this game, I don't think, when they released it. Otherwise, they would have made that not as glitchy. And it would also make the fucking part where you go overhead a lot easier. Alright, we get to go to our favorite place, the HUD. Yay! Oh yeah, there's a going down the ladder glitch. where sometimes you just can't go down. If you hold it down, you won't be able to go down, but if you tap, you'll be able to descend. I don't understand that. It's pretty gay. Ah, come on. Let me go down in here, and we'll get our health repaired, then we go to Lapis. Lapis is indeed the hardest place in this game. Because that robot you saw that I was fighting earlier to gain levels, you fight a shit ton of them, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know how much Rygar goes for. I mean, I bought my copy for $5 at Funkoland back in the day. I was just getting a drag of my electronic cigarette. That's why I was quiet there. Okay, there's good old Lapis. And how do I know the name? Well, it's in the instruction manual. Yeah, remember how I was getting annihilated when I first started playing? Yeah, it's nothing now. This music is goofy. To me, it is. It's goofy. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. When I was a kid, I hated this tune because it just sounded so, I don't know, drowned it out, kind of. But now I kind of like it. Let's see, no, that's in the middle of nowhere. Okay, actually, I'm stupid. Hold on. We gotta go up here and shoot it. Yeah. Shut up, old man. We don't care what you have to say. Alright. Lally-ho! You're a ho! Here's where we're gonna go down, because this guy even tells you so. Watch. Okay, I take that back. I thought he goes... You must have the grappling hook to go below here or something, but you just is like fight, fight, fight. Are you a advocator for violence? How dare you? I thought you were some god. No, you're some dumb shit. Anyways, there's really like no clear indication where you have to go. You just gotta kind of look. There's a part where there's a shit ton of robots on. I think that this is the part right here. You know, let's go ahead and just gain my final level here. Why not? So, guys, have you seen any good movies lately? I actually today, for the matter of fact, I watched the It remake with my wife, and it was pretty dope. It's basically, it follows the book more closely than the miniseries that was on TV back in the early 90s. With, you know, good old Timmy in it. God damn it. I didn't know there was a remake of Jumanji, which to me is kind of sacrilege, because I don't like people remaking Robin Williams movies, only because, you know, he's dead now, and to me it just feels like a form of disrespect to one of my favorite actors. There we go, we're full level now. I've never seen the remake, so if you guys want to tell me in the comments, that's fine. Because I'm curious if you've seen it anyway. I want to see Blade Runner 2049 though. I love the original. I love the whole dystopian future look. I mean, unfortunately it doesn't look as good as the original did, just by looking at the previews, but it still looks like an awesome movie. Now tell me, does this thing not look like a piece of shit, a pile of shit, with 2 flowers on it? Or two really weird-looking titties. And he's done. The bosses in this game are jokes. Give me the coat of arms, that's right. Alright, we're going to the finale. We're going to the end game. The last stage pisses me off though, because it's just, I don't know, every time it's a maze, and I have a bad sense of direction as it is, so, you know, the maze, I mean, it's, you'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. Believe it or not, you gotta go back to the first area in the game. We're almost there. I keep forgetting you can't do it there. You gotta do it over here. I don't like flying enemies in video games. Especially with Ninja Gaiden. Bats. I mean, ever since Ninja Gaiden, I hate bats. In Castlevania, they're just as bad. Okay, this is where you gotta go up to the, basically the stratosphere. And I'm not joking. Or the ozone? I don't know. You'll see what I'm talking about once I get there. See? Okay, that's Rygar's castle, and to get there, you blow the sacred flute, or the Pegasus flute, I believe. And then, there's a portal. Now, when I was a kid, I was just... that image right there, with the lion head and the doors and everything, I was so obsessed with that image that I actually tried to scribble and like, make drawings of it, because I was just so obsessed with how it looked. It just, in my opinion, it looked completely dope. It was amazing. Yeah, so you gotta go through like this entire area, and then you finally can go inside, like right here. And you're gonna fight like shadow creatures of just the shadow creatures. I don't know if that was intentional or just laziness. You can kill them like Daruga, I think. Him. See, that's like a shadow figure of Daruga right there. You just jump side to side and kill him off. As you can tell, I like the whole jump and attack method, because it sometimes helps me deflect projectiles from enemies. This is where I start getting confused, and you can see why. There's 4 places you can go. Let's go with right first. I'll get there, guys. Trust me, I'll get there. I like this tune, though. It has like a sense of Doom to it. Not Doom as in the first-person shooter, but like Doom, just... You know, this may be the end of me, or the end of everything. Ah. Take it as you will. Entering these doors can be a pain. There we go. It's like you gotta go in the top half of the door in order for it to register. It's weird. Okay, we're almost there. I'm recognizing all this. That's cheap. Even you guys can say that's cheap. That they just put shit right in front of there and you have no control over getting hit or not. That's just beyond stupid, in my opinion. Oh, here we go, guys. Final battle. Let me see, can I do it? More than likely. I basically go in there and just smash the button until he dies. Let's do it. Alright, Rygar. This is the end of you! Bitch. And here comes the door. That's the door of peace that's been closed by Rygar. And now it's opened back up, so peace can return to Argol. And you get this lovely picture. And with some nice music. Very anticlimactic, I know. And then if you press the... Oh, I guess you have to wait. You get a message in a minute. It's basically telling you that the door of peace has been opened and peace has returned to Argol, and you're a fuckface and should kill yourself and die in a fire. I'm kidding. Here we go. The door of peace was opened, and peace did, again, come to Argol. People regained their smiling faces. The warrior who finished his fight returned to Argus. The warrior of Argus, you are a true hero. End. Why couldn't they say, Rygar, you are a true hero? It's one of those things we'll never know. Anyways, this has been a playthrough of Rygar, one of my favorite games, and if you haven't played it, I suggest you pick it up and give it a try. And I hope you enjoyed this video for what it's worth. You know, if you support my channel on Patreon, that'd be great. If you don't have to, you can just pledge a little as $1. All the money I do make from Patreon will go towards this show for either better equipment or software to create more high-quality videos for you guys. Like I said, I'm very new at this. I'm just hoping I get better in time. And we'll just see how it goes from there. But I hope you guys have a great evening. Take good care of yourselves. And I hope you enjoyed this video for what it's worth. And we'll see you on the next one.